Good. Whatever. Time zone. Whatever. How is everybody? Welcome to the tavern. Well, oh my god. My eyes are a friggin' disaster right now. I can't see any. Like, I can see with my glasses, I hope. But my eyes are being really wonky. Probably because I spent most of it looking at my little phone screen, trying to do social media and watch a Night Whisper stream. I was lurking about there. About time. I've been wanting to do that. I get up at 10, which is when you start streaming. And it's like, oh, I don't want to. I want to watch, but I want to go back to sleep too. I did not go back to sleep today because we had a really good discussion. We actually had a discussion in my Discord under general chat. It was more than just good morning. Hoi, hoi, hoi! How are you, Jotun? And hello, Black Skull. Thank you for your post on the music. We'll be actually sharing a couple of entries. I believe Baldy. I don't know where Baldy is. Usually he's on here. Because as far as I know, he's streaming today. Am I wrong? Alright, let's see. I'll make sure that Baldy is streaming. I haven't seen any posts. Let's see if I can figure out where his... I have a lot of Discords, and I keep adding them. I probably need to kick some out. Where the hell's Baldy? Oh, there he is. I mean, it doesn't have anything saying he canceled, so I'm assuming he's going to be here at some point. Poking around with commissions. Oh, good. I'm glad you've got some commissions. That will certainly help. Congrats. And look, I mean, if you want a commission, look at the wonderful artwork Jotun did of that terrific inspiration fairy. At some point, I need to figure out how to use it on merch. I love her. She's so cool. So, maybe actually I need to have you send me a line drawing of her, too. Minus the colors. It's easier if you actually work from the source file. You had a date? Oh my god, that's so awesome. So I'm gonna wait for a nice figure here because I got a little upcoming project that I'm gonna share. I've got my next bar hammer piece picked out, but it's also the winning mini. If you're on the Mighty Lancer Games Discord, they're actually doing a challenge piece, kind of like this. We all voted on it. I actually upvoted. This was not my choice. But I really, really like what actually got picked, and I think it's going to be a great mini to really showcase things. The Black Skull, your mini was awesome. Your Muse and Friends challenge, wow, it's impressive. So far, so good. Everybody's impressive. So he was super shy. Oh my god, that's awesome. Well, then you're the confident one, huh? You're gonna have the pants. What they say, you wear the pants? I don't know. I think in my family, we kind of both wear the pants. I don't think there really is a... I guess I would be the one if either. He's confident. Oh, okay. That's true. Shy doesn't necessarily mean unconfident. Oh, that's so cool. That's so sweet. So I guess you like him because you called him cute. That's the number one thing. He's got to be cute. And then, that's the initial reaction. And then, he's just going to be awesome. So I'm hoping he's awesome too. I don't know if he'd wear it though. He might. You know, they make work kilts and such. And I've heard they're super comfortable. I know people who wear them at the cons and things. Oh my god. That's so sweet, though. Good luck. I hope he's... well, we don't want to look too far ahead, but I hope it works out great for you. Your friend has two. Utility kilts. I've heard of those. And they do. They do look comfortable. Hi, Cyanus, by the way. How are you? What are you working on today? Are you printing anything? By the way, you printers, you need to put more in that printing channel. I need to print some stuff. Oh, I've got to actually put an order in. I do have something to print, actually, and I got a couple more things I'm going to print, but I got to get it from Pureforge, and I wanted to actually get some opinions on them. At least the B side. All right, I got to work on this. So, I got her hair done. I'm pretty happy with that. I started working on like the leaves on around her hands. And this vine. I think with the vine, I'm going to make it not quite as bright as the rest of the leaves. It's a vine, so it should probably be a little bit more muted. Let's say Ernest, I do need to print more, but I need to clean my work area first. Well, okay, that's fair. I mean, in reality, I need to clean my work area too, but... Alright, so I want some more desaturated greens. So, let's see. Olive drab wouldn't be bad. Actually, no, maybe like meadow green. This is a fairly desaturated. It's not a bright green. It'll go nice over that color. So I'm so happy for you, Jotun. It's commissions and a date. That's awesome. With a cute guy. My hubby is gonna say, you know what? That was the thing. The first thing that got me with my hubby was he walked in and I looked at him and he's handsome and he also had a really kind look in his eyes. And then he's pretty much the way he looks. He's just a very kind soul. And I'm so happy he's in my life. I couldn't do this if it wasn't for him. You're finding that partner to go through life with. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be when you get married to. When you love a best friend you go through life also counts to me. Someone who has your back that you can be a partner with. However you want to define that. So, good luck. I hope it all goes great, Jotun, and I'm actually really happy for you. But as I was saying, Jotun does fantastic little, I said like the Inspiration Fairy. He also did gel tips, his little imp. So go to him and they're very reasonably priced. I'm more than happy with with everything in our dealings. And he's prompt. He's probably more prompt than I am. Unfortunately, I wish I could say I was more prompt. But I paint at a certain speed, and it's not fast. So yeah, so I am actually very certain I can probably get the painting on the model itself finished today. There's not a lot left. But then there's this whole base I need to contend with, which is probably going to end up being some of the focus. So I'm going to, of today's stream. It depends. Show and tell sort of cuts into it. Please, 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 please post stuff to show and tell. If you have your challenge piece done, like Black Skull does, please throw it in our server. Or send me links or whatnot to your socials. By the way, for those of you on my server, I do have a channel to post social medias. Feel free to use that to promote your own stuff. I'm here to help everyone promote their things. Hey, Smart Goblin, what's up? I think the other thing too is that I also finally came up with an idea of what I might be able to do for ReaperCon in terms of a display. They have a display, believe it or not, they do have like a display contest. So if you really do a good job of, displaying your minis where you submit them, you can actually win something for that. So I'm thinking maybe the Painted Hero Tavern Hall of Heroes and Villains. Put that in like parentheses. Maybe build a little floor or something that I can put all the things on and have everything up on like plinths, even if they're not on physically attached to the plinth. Like, Hall of Fame. Currently working on my currently waiting. Wow, that's my vision. I told you it screwed up this morning or this afternoon. Currently waiting for my daughter to get out of work. Your kids are that old now? Jesus. I'll get out of work, then when I go home, I'll post some work in progress. Yay! How the heck are your kids old enough to be working? Weren't they little? My gosh. Let's have a discussion on how friggin' time flies way too damn fast. My mom keeps saying, aren't you like in your 20s to me? Hey, there's a Night Whisperer. How do you you're the dad of a 29-year-old? That's gonna be a lie. Oh my god. Wow, I did not realize your oldest was almost 30. Raid! We're gaming. What time do you start? All right, let me do some shout outs here. First of all, I'd ask how your stream was, but I was on there, so your stream was great. I can answer that. You're working on... What the frick happened there, Wargaming? How the heck did that happen? That's the emote. But it didn't come as an emote. Something's going on, Wargaming, with you, weird thing. All right, so let's see. First of all, I'm going to shout out a Night Whisperer. The person who brought this wonderful raid in. By the way, now that I realize the shoe is now on the other foot. Because now you're going to be raiding into me instead of the other way around because you can't do Mondays. Alright, I'm also going to do Wargaming Recon because he'll be... Even though he's going to be streaming while I'm streaming. That's okay. I still promote everyone here. He's going to do Legos, though. It's a different kind of stream, so not really competing. Who else? Cyanus. I'm going to do Cyanus. Cyanus. Because Cyanus does stream now and then. Alright. Who did I miss? Did I miss? Alright, I think I got you guys. Well, I got everybody. If anybody else, feel free to shout yourselves out. Or if you know somebody's here, feel free to shout them out. Are you starting now? I mean, that's fine. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll lurk on Wargaming's stream while he's lurking on mine. Lurks are welcome. Lurkers? That sounds a little creepy. Lurkers are kind of... Lurkers are welcome. In this world, they're welcome. They may not always be welcome. Hey, Wargaming Recon, something's going on with your emote stuff, though. But here, I will do what you were trying to do. So we can have an explosion of pirate raids. Because I think that was what you were trying to do. I don't know. Streaming's not coming. Oh, wait, Baldy! Go, I gotta get Baldy. How the hell do I not have Baldy? Baldy. So, if you... I think everybody follows everyone here. But if you don't follow all these streamers, please kick them a follow. They're all wonderful. Also, you know, she hasn't popped in or she's lurking. We're going to do another shout out here. I'm hopefully doing this right. Okay. Lotus K, if you did not see, has now hit 68 followers because someone, I think it might have been Awkwardish Panda, came in and threw out the beacon saying, hey, there's a new streamer here. She's awesome. Everybody should go follow her. And she went from 49 to 68. So congrats, Liz K. Hopefully she'll pop in. I sort of hope that she does. Oh, thank you, Baldy. Thank you for the bits. For the little on-screen, although the red ones don't stand out because I got a red background. I can see them, but... So, Baldy, first of all, Baldy, congratulations to Baldy for being the first person done with the Muse of Friends challenge. Not that this is a surprise, because he was able to get the jump on all of us. But there's a number of people working on this model. I'm so excited. Actually, the model that Lotus K was working on when this all happened was this model, I believe. So I was kind of happy to see that too. But I'm so thrilled for her. It's like said, I was telling her my first stream was an unofficial stream. I didn't advertise it or anything. I just wanted to make sure everything worked. And I was going to stream for about an hour and then shut it off. I can't remember if I had 1 or 2 unofficial streams. I might have had 2. But I don't remember. So I'm going with it was the first stream I ever had. So I was going to shut it off and leave after an hour. And about 5 minutes before I was going to shut down, all of a sudden it was bing, 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 bing. Because the Pyro Club, which is a Discord of streamers and painters and just general all awesome nerds, I don't know if it's run by, but Big Jim Slay Gaming is definitely one of the people who's involved in running it. And he basically said, hey, Carol's streaming, or Muse's Touch is streaming. Let's all give her a follow. And a bunch of them came over. And I was at like 40, I think I was at 45 for my first stream, which I was blown away. I've suddenly grown a bit. Where am I now? I'm at over 500. I'm at 534. So I grow slowly. I don't grow like a weed. But I'm not really in it to become a big famous streamer. I'm in it because I really just like hanging out with you guys here. So, oh my gosh, I summoned her. Talking about her. There she is! It's the brand new Lotus K, super famous streamer for having 68 followers already. Congrats there, lady. I'm so friggin' thrilled. I'm just thrilled for you. It feels good, and it's overwhelming, and it does. I don't remember if I cried, but I remember. Especially when one of those followers was Kathy Wapple. The Wapples are my friggin' heroes. And now they're also my friends. Or at least, Kathy was, Jim is. I lurk about his stream all the time. So congrats! We just have to make sure that 3 people are watching. And the rest is up to you, Lotus. To your non-stream stream. Have fun in your stream, Wargaming. Feel free to, you know what, guys? We can lurk on both. You can be here and there at the same time. I keep an eye on my Twitch, though, only because it's the way I figure out if everything's going right or wrong. So, Liz K, first I want to give you a huge thanks. That, when you were actually, when you were streaming this model. You were doing your challenge piece. And I appreciate that, considering all those follows came in. Yeah, neither did I. I mean, I'm telling you, I didn't expect it either. And it was said, and it was, I made it on my first official stream. I got to 50. Because I didn't have, you had more before you just got that big group that came in and followed you. I got the big group. I had some people before that followed me. But then I got the big group that was surprising. And it said, I can thank Big Jim Slay Gaming. You, it's Awkwardish Panda. it just proves again why this is the best community to be a part of. And when you stream, you're part of that. You are, even if even if you don't stream, even if you're one of the viewers that you're on a bunch of streams, you come and visit and chat, or even if you lurk, if you're part of this, you're part of this, and it's an awesome community to be part of. So no, I did not expect. I thought the 50 was going to be the hard part. I really did, and then it was like that. I was stressing over having 3 people watch, averaging that 3 people. That was then like I was like, oh my god, I hope people watch me because now I will get the followers. I thought that was going to be the hard part, and it was the easy part. Me too. Me too. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for you. Now, are you willing to say that you stream, or are you still? Is it still not a stream? And then I want to talk to my buddy, a Night Whisper, too. So I'm basically right now I'm painting some vines. I wanted a shot of green because there's already so much purples and browns and such on this. I didn't want to do a brown vine. And I wanted a hair to go from this pink into, so like the flowers into the green. I mean, I guess I could have gone one step further and gone to brown, but I wanted the hair to stand out. Yay! It's officially a stream. Although, if I ever said, if I find time to get it up in the bot, I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I really want to actually find a few moments to put on the bot. Yeah. Time is just tough. And it's not getting any easier. So, well, not Night Whispers here, and actually Smart Goblin, he's local. So the bad news about May is that I'm gonna actually be really down on paint days. Normally I have 4 paint days a month now because I do 2 Thursday nights and I do 2 Saturdays. Or if it's a 5 Thursday a month, I could do 3. But unfortunately, this May is just not lining up well in terms of my schedule and being available. So there's going to be 1 Thursday and 1 Sunday that I'm going to be available. That is the 4th, Sunday the 4th, May 4th. That'll be the Toy Soldier, a 1 to 5. But then after that is Mother's Day, and I'm not going to do it on Mother's Day. My mom is still here, and my birthday's right then, so I'm sure my brother will want to do something for us on Mother's Day. Then the week after that is Huzzah, and I have definitely talked to them. It's all set. I will be there at Huzzah. They have a mini painting contest, so bring something to enter if you're going to Huzzah. Basically, it's a wargaming club or a historical miniatures club up in Maine that runs this. It's a small Philly. It's a good size small scale operation. It's great. Hopefully, I'll be in the same room as Mike Payne. Actually, I gotta ask them about that. I want to be in the room with them because I love Mike Payne and I love his setup. He runs this incredible miniatures game that he made up. He wrote it. He has got this unbelievable terrain set. It takes up like about 3 tables, I think. He's got huge ships and everything. I'm gonna have 2 ships. He's got a whole crap ton. Maybe I'll paint. Maybe the Dungeons and Lasers one. I'll paint it up. I'll loan it to him for his stuff if he wants to use it. So that's happening. Then the week after that is Darkness Emergent, which is a Vampire the Masquerade LARP run by the By Night Studios, who is the one that actually does the rules. So they run these big events. And we're going to LA. And unfortunately, so that will be the last weekend in May, I think. So unfortunately, the next paint day after that will be the 4th. I'm sorry. The next Sunday paint day will be the 4th, and that'll be a creator poll. And then there's 1 Thursday in there. I'd have to look it up, and I don't feel like looking it up right now. I'll be on my socials and be on Discord soon. So, hey, a Night Whisperer, are you still there? Or did you pop off to go do whatever your post-stream stuff is? Because let's talk about your stream. Otherwise, if you're not there, if you've already popped off, that's okay. Yeah. You're painting. Oh, are you still working on the things you worked on your stream? So tell everyone here who was here and wasn't over there. What were you working on? I'm pretty sure I actually saw what you were working on. If it's this, it was the same stuff you were working on at Barhammer, right? It's a little more, somewhat more yellow. I'm gonna for this final highlight. Trying to get out in the light spots. So finish up the Virko's Bloodborne from the Cursed City. Also, 3 zombies and Zombicide started last Sunday. Oh, so the Virko's Bloodborne, those were the ones you were working on Tuesday, right? I'm going to put a little down here. Yeah, they were coming out nice. So, first of all, a big congrats to a Night Whisperer for coming in second at the Barhammer thing. I won it, guys. There was like about 10 entries. They were all really good, actually. The minis were really good. There was one that was all contrast paint. They actually really took the original challenge to heart, where they got the model of the month, and then they worked on quickly. They basically contrast painted, but we all know, if you've tried the contrast paint, that is not the easiest thing to work with. So even the one with the contrast paint was really good. Like, it was very, very smooth. The one thing I found with contrast paint is it tends to leave a very mottled looking surface. But no, this guy nailed it. I mean, probably one of the best contrast paint things I've ever seen. The person that came in third painted the White Dwarf and did a terrific job at it. He actually asked me for feedback. I see you, Pete. I see you, Pete. Good morning. Good afternoon, actually, or in your case, good evening. It is actually technically afternoon here. It's 12:30. It's 1 o'clock. But in some parts of America, it is still indeed morning. So yeah, the third place was Painter. I saw Painterly Git. The third place was a really awesome. I almost put my vote in for that, but I gave it to Night Whisperer because I really sat there and thought about it. And I always do that when it comes to his stuff, because I want to make sure I'm not putting it in for the wrong reasons. I don't want him to just win because I think he's cool. I want him to win because I think it's legit. And that's how I believe too. Don't vote for me unless it's legit. I don't want to win because I'm popular, quote unquote. But I actually thought, in terms of artistry, Night Whispers was the most artistic thing on the table. It was just beautiful. It was OSL. It was a great OSL. It was multiples. He had the moonlight going, and just really nicely based and everything. I can't do that because I said the one thing that I disadvantage is mine is actually going to my army, so I don't want to put on extra plinth or whatnot. However, for the next Barhammer, all the rules have changed because we can paint whatever the hell we want as long as it's on a 40mm base or less. So, a Night Whisperer, do you want a sneak peek of my next entry? It's also a double purpose miniature. It means I have to paint it to a higher standard. Rigged? Well, it's not my contest, so I actually can't say it was rigged. The people at the bar, Rushford and Sons. Oh my god, it was a lovely place. Okay, so this was the winning mini. It's not together, so I gotta be careful how I hold it. This is the winning mini for the Mighty Lancer Games painting challenge. It is the enlarged dwarf. It's the enlarged dwarf that came in. I forget which bones. Last one or the one before. They basically had this dwarf fighter as if enlarge was cast on him. So, if you want, join the server. I can show you the way if you are a part of mine. Because the one thing is, though, we can't show any work in progresses or anything because the fun is that when they're done, we're going to post them all and people are going to guess who did what. And you know what? I'll do this one. Whoops. I said I don't have them glued yet. In fact, I might have to do a little work to try to, this doesn't fit real well. So I might have to do some work to get that in there better. And his feet, well, the feet are not too bad. There's a little bit, but I think actually the feet are okay. This hand fits him perfectly. But this arm needs a little work to make it work better. So that's my model for the next bar hammer. I think it's a good one to actually do because it's larger. For competition, I really actually now starting to like to use larger models than smaller ones. Although plenty of my things I'm going to bring are going to be smaller. I just put, another announcement. I just put the order into Reaper last night. So that means like Bebop Chan. Who else did I order? John the Templar. I ordered their minis. I think that was it. Give me 1 sec. Who else do I saw? Night Whisperer. I know where yours is coming from, and I haven't ordered it yet. I have a list somewhere. That's not the list. That's the Reaper one. Meaning you're under my commissions. Okay, so I got Cutie Patooties. Oh, I heard that. John the Templar, speaking of which, so I just ordered your reward. Bebop Chan has the Crazy Cat Lady. You have Brother Lazarus, which is the Plague Doctory one. And Bacon Golem is bringing his to Rising Phoenix. And a Night Whisperer, I know which one's yours. And I will be getting that when I put my order in to somewhere else. Oh my god! Hey, look, it's a hype train! Choo choo choo. Wait, is it actually level 1? No, we need like one more thing to get to hype train. Anyone else holding off on their subscription? So if you're holding off, if you've subscribed and you're holding off, if you ping, that goes towards the hype train. Sometimes it's about strategy and when you ping your thing. Thank you guys for your subs. All right, let's see. What do I want? What sound effect do we want? I like to do oh wait, is that all my sound alerts? 9? Okay, so let's see. I haven't heard this in a while. Let's crab rave it. Oh my god, Night Whisper, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Death by Fugu. I think that's somebody who's just dropped by. Are you shitting me? I thought 3 friggin' did it. What did they do? Change their parameters? There you go. Yeah, like 100 bits. There, done. Now you all can get some nifty new emotes. Because that's what happens. Hold on, fine, it said hype. All right, everybody hold your ears because I'm going to hype this up. Where's the hype? Hype! Thank God I don't have that. Thankfully, I have that mercifully not stupid loud. That is the only one I would say would cause a jump scare to do. Is the hype one to me. So, that's the thing is, if you notice, I don't have a lot of sound effects that cause me to friggin' jump out of my seat because I don't want to do that when I'm painting. There was somebody, I don't know why they did it, and I can't remember who it was. It was somebody who sadly doesn't stream anymore and was part of the whole Pyro Club group. And I've met her too. She actually lives down near Reaper's headquarters. She had somebody screaming. And I was even listening to stream, and I fucking jumped out of my chair. I'm like, what the hell? Why would you have that on there if you're trying to paint? Okay. Almost there. Just finishing up these little highlights. Thank you guys for all the love and all the stuff. I appreciate it. Because of your subs and such, and bits and things, this is why I'm able to get nifty little icon mascots for this stream. And I was able to pay it forward to Jotun. So, thanks for the bits, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the love. I don't feel like I ever deserve this, but I do appreciate it. Okay, let me take a look. I have all my colors here. So, we had, for the hair, I think I started with pine green, went to leaf green, and leaf bud green as the highlight. Drunk people everywhere. Maybe that's it. Is that what it is? And now, you know what? Lotus Caves co-opted the elevator thing so much that now I just think it's her coming in. You are allowed to co-opt the sound effects. I'm just debating whether or not I want to smooth out my blend a little bit on that hair. Like, the pink came out good. I think the green could be a little smoother. And I also need to pull these colors out because I got the leaves around her wrists. I asked what the popular opinion of those were leaves or flower petals, and the popular opinion was leaves. So it could be either. If you want to paint them as flower petals, go for it. I'm going to take a little leaf green, and I'm going to paint these leaves. I'm going to try. Let's try. Oh, thank you so much. Are we keeping it going? We're keeping it going. Thank you for the gift sub to Beast Mode. Oh, Beast Mode. These guys are all wonderful followers who have paid me a visit. At one point or another. I'm going to get a little bit. I know there's a little recess in this leaf. But where it's on the flat. Oh my god, you guys are nuts. What are you doing? Oh, but gifting one of the Smart Goblins Smart Goblin comes here often enough. So, God, thank you for the gift sub to Smart Goblin. Oh my god, did we just bring it up another one? Oh, okay. Oh my lord. Look at what I got for an emote. Look at that, it's a cat! It's so cute! Look at that, we actually get some really cool little things. I've noticed the emotes, they've stepped up their emote game. They really have. I've really liked the latest round of emotes. The one I have to step up mine is I've got to change my hype. My hype was literally theirs, and I just stole it because I thought it was cute, and I could get in purple. All right, I can do the other one. I'm going to leave a little bit of the dark up towards the top because it's not probably getting as much light up there. So I've actually named this piece. I'm calling it the Harbinger. Because she is going to bring forth spring. Or as a sign of spring. I guess I've been inspired by the fact that that is what's going on outside. It is indeed spring. All right, let's see if I can smooth this out. I'm not thrilled. And it's okay to not be thrilled and straighten your stuff out. Touching up is a perfectly. Don't ever feel you have that you that because you don't get it right, don't get it the first go that you failed. It's only a mistake, and I will repeat this forever. If you leave it in the final product, otherwise it's just progress. It's just part of the whole painting experience. Touching up, you better like touching up if you like this hobby. The thing of it is, I guess it's because Black Skull just submitted his finished piece and it's so good that now it's like I gotta step mine up. His is intriguing too. Because it's like you've got her with this sneaky little goblin. It's like, what is going on there? There's gotta be something going on there. That should have. This should be a little bit more of this medium tone on a few places. Now, I don't. I think I might try to glaze a little bit of brown over this. It's still kind of a bright green. I was trying to go different. You watch, I'm going to glaze a little brown over it, and that's going to be too much. Shield brown would be good. We're going to try to make this a true glaze and make it super thin. And super translucent, because I only want to tint it just to here. Add a little water. Now I'm going to do the gel tip. That's not just the gel tip, that's the way he teaches. So you thin down your paint super thin, and then you do a little test. don't think, hopefully that's not too thin. And again, actually I want it to be fairly subtle, so that should work. You can see through it. He said actually the best way to do it is you take like a paper with writing on it. If it looks like a highlighter, then it's the right level. And then I take a little bit of that super watered down paint and I put it on a paper towel. I dab my brush on a paper towel. And when this thing stops spreading out so much, so that now you can control it, paint it on the surface. I think this is actually going to work out really well. It may take more than one coat, which is why this is a bloody long thing to do. This is also why it's handy to have a wet palette too. So that way the paint will stay wet. Yeah, guys, you get a little bit of a glazing lesson. That's right, I gotta get back in there. This is probably one of the better, I've taken actually quite a few good classes. And this definitely was a good one to take. I got a lot out of it. And now it's definitely a bit more the direction I want to go in. Still green, but it's not quite as bright a green as the is on the rest of it. So now I gotta get more on her left side. I always have to like think about what side it is, left or right, because oftentimes the minis are facing me. So it's not my left or right, it's hers. The one thing you'll never, why? Now here's the thing. Did you actually find that you just don't like, I think that's actually part of the word. Did you find you did not like glazing? I find it has its uses. Like for this, if I want to shift a color ever so slightly, it's perfect for that. And I think it achieved exactly what I wanted it to. Okay, I also have to finish the leaves. And finish. Hit my up if I put the paint out. You never glaze with oils. Oh yeah, it's blended. Yeah, because that's true. You don't. That's right. You wouldn't. I'll say this, guys. This has been the best year, I think, for this challenge. Thank you all so much who participated. And you still can. As I said, there's no time on this. I knew I wasn't going to make it for March. Oh, that's green too, and I've totally missed one. It's a leaf right here. It's a little tiny, tiny, tiny leaf. I gotta figure out what color's what on here. Oh, actually, that probably was not. That wasn't the pine green. That's okay. It's still gonna give me what I need. Alright, so as I said, I'm also in the process of trying to blend this a little better. So Night Whisper, you have your challenge piece now, right? You're gonna start it sometime soon? Wait, yeah, when do you start your challenge piece? You know what I might do? I'm thinking now. Maybe I'll take a little bit of like yellow. Soon, TM, spoken like a true World of Warcraft player. Or a Blizzard player, because that I think that was with, well, that's with a lot of game companies, I assume now, but I know they were notorious for that. Coming out with very unspecific dates other than soon. TM. So it's been trademarked. No, I think I overdid it. Ah! That's too much. I did not wipe my brush out enough. Also, if you just got like super liquidy paint, the whole thing with the paper towel is not a bad thing to do. So, Night Whisper, you're coming to Rising Phoenix, right? Not sure. There's a couple of things that it's an inspiration for, but I have no inspiration for color scheme for the Dryad yet. Right? I'm not. I'm not sure what you said. I'm not. I've got much data. I don't have much. Oh, you're off. You don't have much data left. Okay, take care. Sorry, I get it. I get it. I'm good at translating typos because I make enough of them myself. Take care, Pete. It was really nice to have you visit. Wait, did you hear? You know, if you didn't do it, I'm gonna do it. But here's a hydrate to you, sir. I'll do hydrates for him for free. Or if you or to make sure I didn't miss one. Yes! So bring a mini because we have a painting competition. Hopefully the mods will approve my thing soon. Otherwise, I'm going to go onto the Rising Phoenix. I'm going to DM the leader and go, hey, post my mini painting events up. But I just put the post out. So I'm really surprised to learn that, in fact, because of Wargaming Recon, by the way, I'm going to go work on his thing too. We'll put in another tab. I have to watch this one. Oh, that's so depressing, man. Painted minis in 2050. He's got a list. Dude. So, yes, bring something to enter. We need more stuff to enter. We need people to enter. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take yellow. Let me put a little yellow into here. I'm also going to darken that. That looks a little unnatural. I can also grab a little pine green, which probably I should have out to further refine it. Sometimes you might have to get darker. Before you can go lighter again. If you're trying to darken something, you almost have to go too dark to cover it. Before you can re-highlight it again at the proper level. Touch my fingers together. I have a lot of contact between my hands when I paint. I find it really, really helps. All right, I want to, so now, to my idea. Alley Cat! Just jump out for a quick hello, no painting day. We're headed out to see the fix later today. Oh, have fun. Hi. Let's see. First of all, I said Lotus K, get to her, follows you, probably saw the chat. You saw the next Barhammer thing. Here, I'm giving sneak peeks as to what mini I'm doing. It's not so I'm getting your votes, by the way. Please, when you vote, if you go, vote for the best one. Don't vote for mine. Unless it is the best one. But this is going to be my entry. This is also part of the Mighty Lancer Games Discord challenge. So, it's the enlarged Dwarf from Reaper. I was like, that might be a good one to actually paint for Barhammer. Because we can paint from anything we want. You got to 50 followers. That's what you did. What else? Mini paint days are going to be a little limited coming forward because I have a lot coming up on weekends. And on Thursdays, like last night. Sorry about that. Last night, it's Holy Week, so it's Easter this week. So I'm in a choir. I have to sing Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Oh, they with all the little emotes. Oh, that's so cute. Hello, brain. Engage. All right, so that's this week. Next week, I'm singing in a concert with my old college. That'll be next Thursday. So that was gonna be, yeah, this would have been Pathfinder. The next week would have been Creator Poll. So I can't do that one. But then after that is, hold on, my schedule's nuts. I mean, I guess I could have done 2 paint days in this month, but I just... Okay, so... Oh no! Next week! Next week is Rising Phoenix. So come to Rising Phoenix and enter the paint contest and hang out with me and paint all weekend. The painting events are Saturday, Sunday only, though. That's next week. Then, after that, May 4th, we'll be at the Toy Soldier, 1 to 5. Then, on the 8th, will be Creator Poll Games, which is a Thursday night, from 6 till 10. And then after that, it'll be Mother's Day. I won't be doing a paint day then, because it's Mother's Day, and my mom, I have to go celebrate my mom. And also my birthday's right around that time, so also my brother will want to take us out to dinner, presumably on Mother's Day. I'm going to make sure I discuss it with him when I see him at Easter dinner tomorrow. Then after that is the Huzzah Gaming Convention, which is the 16th through the 18th. And I'll be there Saturday and Sunday there too. Holy Lord. Then after that, right after that, holy shit, I'm going to go to a con. I'm going to come home, wash my clothes. Then I'm out going to Darkness Emergent, which is the vampire LARP I do. And then after that will be June 1st. And I think I've got nothing there. So that'd be the next Sunday. So I don't know. Wait, what have I got here? Oh, that's the Lego convention. There's a little Lego convention the first weekend of June. But then Creator Poll Games will be the 8th. So, but June is a bit easier month. I only have one con at the end of the month, and that'll be PortCon Maine. So I can actually do a paint day on the 22nd. Or I could do it on Father's Day because sadly, my father passed away, so I don't really do anything for Father's Day. But other people may, so yeah, that's my schedule. Oh, and on Thursday nights, it's like, I'll be at Creator Poll one week, and then I'll be at Darkness Emergent the next time. So unfortunately, my paint days a little limited till July. Then by July, it should be back into full swing, all 4 sessions, I hope. OGC is in July. Oh my God, OGC is coming up. Like, the funny thing is, like, I'm totally sort of like, okay, think about it. I got months until Labor Day weekend to get all the stuff done that I want to do. But then I think of how much I want to do and how quickly everything just comes up and how that time is just going to fly by. And I'm like already like going, oh my God, am I going to be ready for this? I'm already panicking. All right, I'm going to get some yellow. I love this torchlight, but I can't rely on it anymore because I can't get more paint. I'll use it for this. Torchlight's really good. I have candlelight, which is very similar, that I can replace this with. But this bottle's like pretty much almost dead. I'm still getting it out. I don't know if you've all noticed, but I've noticed, and I've said this before on the stream, I've noticed that like when I open a bottle of paint, oh God, this is like really stuck. But it's really stuck. There we go. I mean, this thing is sharp. Going the pokey tool. Oh, wait, where's Baldy? Hey, I've got the pokey tool with the thrusting action. So, I mean, this thing is sharp. And if I'm not careful pulling it out, it'll jab. So, you gotta be really careful when you do this. I don't know where Baldy went, but I was going to ask him what he was doing on his stream today. Which I can actually hang out for a bit. What are you doing on your stream today, Baldy? Oh, come on. There is painted. Boy, yeah, it's not coming out. I think this thing is pretty much dead. Yeah, so let us know, what am I going to be raiding into when we raid into your stream. If you don't follow Baldy, follow Baldy. He is an awesome streamer. So much fun. So I'm going to add a little sunlight. Kind of like what I did with my orc. I actually highlighted my greens with a yellow. Although I probably did it with this one, which is probably a mistake. But where these colors are fairly close together, it should be okay. Just a hint there. Maybe a little hint. That's a recess, but it is quite exposed. Maybe I even add a little into the other parts too. So I am splattering some paint on a prince. I believe he's from Persia. Prince of Persia! That's right, you're still working on that. From Prince of Persia. That's great. So you found somebody. You know what? Blades found. Oh, I hope that. Come on, blend in. I noticed Blades found actually some Diablo minis. I think she was working on Deckard Cain, one of my most loved Diablo characters, and damn, it's one of the angels. I'm gonna do the same thing. I add a little bit. I like this idea. Actually, this yellow is cool. May go back in with a little more white over some of the spots. So looking forward to seeing that as always and hanging out. I said I get to hang out with you today, which is nice. I don't have to go anywhere. I am going to go out at some point probably. I mean, I'm definitely going out this evening, but I don't have to be there until 7:30. All right. Now, once again, I'm going to go. Oh, yeah, guys, that's right. Because Rising Phoenix is next week, there will obviously be no Saturday stream. However, if you're also a Blizzard nerd, you would know that there's the Warcraft 30th anniversary tour. And I got tickets to it. So I will be streaming that day because it's not till 7 o'clock at night. So next time on the Painted Hero Tavern on Monday, I'm going to start be working on the base. Today was about really getting this paint job finessed. I'm very happy with how the flowers came out. It needs a little bit more yellow on here. Because I have it down there. It needs some in the pink section too. That's just not going to look right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of pure white. Speaking of paints I might need. Titanium white, I think, is starting to run out, but hard to tell. These bottles are not what I call light. The titanium white seems to be thicker than a lot of their paints. I don't know if anyone can confirm or deny that. Actually, no. I want to darken that little spot right in here. That should not quite be as bright right there. Everything else looks okay. Then I'm going to take and just add a little bit back into her hair. For Pro Acryl! Pro Acryl is awesome. I love Pro Acryl. Actually, I love a lot of paints. I love Reaper's my usual go-to, but I also really love Pro Acryl. Pro Acryl. Acryl? I always thought it was acryl because acrylic. But the titanium white is really good. So I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit of this titanium white. Little spots on top of this yellow. The leaves are usually pretty shiny, so maybe I should add some to the actual leaves too. The titanium is super thick for me. Yeah, okay, so it is. But that is normal for titanium in general. Yeah, that okay, that makes yeah, I figured. I think you're right. I'm just curious of what people have found, that's all. Furniture cut out so I can put it down white, not have to wait a day for it to dry. The only thing is, you gotta be careful because it's such a bright white that your eyes don't look weird. Because eyes are not actually bright white. Or the whites of eyes are not bright white. Probably because it's thicker. I mean, you could try thinning it a little bit and put a couple coats. That would probably cure that. Like right now, I actually thinned it down for this step because I want to spread a little bit. I don't know why I just did that. That probably was not a smart move. Take some green and go back over it. It's the light green though. Oh, maybe it's okay. Okay. Just adding a little tiny bit more green. I feel like that's a little bit much on the. Time was a little long. So now I'm sort of also repositioning it a little too. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Taking a second best kiss. Now I said now right now I'm just doing a little adjusting and fine tuning. Defining. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think That is basically going to complete her. And now I have the base to do. Maybe I'll start show and tell now. We're 5 minutes early, but I'm pretty much. Let me put paints back, since I think I'm kind of sort of done with this, so I can put paints back. I always tend to keep paints out when I'm in progress, so I don't forget what I friggin' used. Torchlight. I'm gonna need a new paint to put in that section, because I think that paint is dead. I also got, well, that's a big box. I got one thing. Hey, should I open the box? I could open the box I got today. I got my Warhammer Plus minis today. That's a bigger box than I expected. Look at the size of the box, and it's only 2 small minis. Alright, so we got to the mail call section of the stream. Very carefully open it. It's a ginormous box. Why the heck did they... Came from Memphis, Tennessee. I guess that's where one of their warehouses is in the U.S. Ugh. I know all this stuff for this one box. Alright, so I went with the Age of Sigmar option because I just really like these guys better, and I think they might be more fun to paint if I ever paint them. It's a big box. Jeez. I got a bunch of stuff I have to put away in my room. Work! Oh, you must go and work. I'm starting to work on assembling new deck and living room furniture for my wife's birthday. Oh, yeah, happy birthday to your wife! To the Mrs. Night Whisper. So I got these guys. I got Marshall Ashfield and Squire Udo. Also, I love that name. I just really like the models. I don't play Age of Sigmar. Although I have a Gloomspite kit. It's not my army. But I just thought these guys look cool. I can always go back and buy the other set too. Really, those are neat. So that's what I got in the mail today. Also this week, I've got my order from Night Whisper. Actually ordered on our behalf of myself, Deltip, and him for a little orders from Signum Games. Actually, it was a big order because he ordered a bazillion things. I ordered 3, although the minis are in bits, so they're not really fun to show off. It's fun to show off. And I don't have, like, box pictures like that. So, but I'm really happy to get something from Sigma Games. They have really cool figures. Check them out. They're from the Ukraine. So, you know, it's not bad to support people over there. And their minis are worth it. They're friggin' amazing. There were a lot more I wanted to get. Trust me. All right. I think I'm also going to pick up my wet palette because I don't want to drag my arm in the wet palette and get paint all over my shirt, which has happened on a few occasions. All right. No, No, the thing about mini paintings, you don't even need to actually like any of the content. You don't need to like D&D. You don't need to like Warhammer. You could just like the minis and like painting. Then the hobby is for you. Okay, let's go. Open up Discord. If any of you people who are lurking about want to participate in this, then please, by all means, put up a link if you're not on my Discord. If you're on my Discord, put the stuff in the Discord. This is your last chance. But if you are not on my Discord, it's okay. Not a requirement. Just put up a link. And I will get to it. Where do I want to start with? Oh my god. Somebody put a question in that painting advice column. Alright guys, first of all, I'll start with actually, there's a question in the painting thing. And maybe you guys can help. Oh, I gotta make sure. Alright, first of all, I'm rearranging my screen so I can see chat. Because I want to see what you have to say. Discord. Discord can go here. Alright, and then this, let's hit it. Discord. Okay, so Gel Tip put up a question. Want to paint metallic gold buttons. If they're going straight down, the light is 45 degrees above where they have diagonals, arcs, or smooth blends, or darks in the middle, edges highlighted. I think I would say darks in the middle, edges highlighted, although the one probably by the piece of cloth, the belt there, around his waist probably would stay darker at the top. So I'll post an answer in this, but if you have your opinion, please post an answer to help him out. I highlight the button on the top and bottom, yeah. Probably, and if it's a 45, probably on a 45, the way the light is coming from. It's interesting because the example I posted shows that the light's almost on the inside of those two spots, and then there's a dark here. So, throw up an answer there. Alright, so Temptation Island, by the way, this is all about this. Port Haven finally did end at 10:41, I think. So it was up for over 24 hours after it ended. And they did actually get to the Dragon Unlock. So they unlocked all their big things. They were reposting some of the rest stuff, I think, because they didn't know what to do. Alright, so let's get to the actual thing at hand. Work in progresses. What was our last day? Our last day here was last week, right? So today's the 19th, so it was the 12th. Let's see what we get in here. That's the 12th. That's the 12th. Okay, those were all us. We don't have a lot in here, guys. What's going on? Bacon Golem on the 13th posted this. That's horrifying. That's a chimera. That's cool. And horrifying at the same time. That is a really creepy sculpt. But nicely, good start on it. I'm trying to think if he's doing it almost like a la Slapchop, because he definitely has got like a lot of highlights, and it looks like he sort of put on the top like it's thinner paint or contrast paint. This is what I actually want to try to do with like the grunts in my orc army, is I want to actually Slapchop it and have it come out looking similar to this. Oh, that's a bum. Yeah, no, that's fair. hey, at the things I go to, the events I go to, like Darkest Virgin, I won't be bringing my paints either. Although I will be bringing minis that are painted. I've got to actually start working on my Darkest Virgin stuff. Um. So, oh yeah, Kaz, if you would put an answer in there, but put that answer in Discord because you're in our Discord. So put that answer in Discord. But yeah, this is actually this. He's got such wonderful texture to him that painting like a slap chop type method or however he's doing it, it does not look dry brushed. It looks to me more like slap chop. That he's got thin coats going on the top of that, the really dark shadows. I like it though. This something like that would be very effective on this. I like it. I think it's cool looking. All right, so this is what Night Whisper's been working on. This was he mentioned earlier. So he's working on some zombie side characters. That is fascinating. I like this is fascinating. Like you get all the blue skin, then you get this in here, which is not the same color at all. I don't know if it's supposed to be skin or something. It could be the innards. But I find it's really cool. It really catches my eye. And I like how the way the positioning of the cloth is. Zombie Side makes some cool minis. They're really cool sets. Very nice. And then Gel Tip's been yes, he's been working on this, and I think it's lovely. He's going definitely heavy on the green. Like a lot of us have interpreted, as tree bark and such like that. But he started with green, and I love the fact the flowers pop so much out from the rest of her. I'm very interested to see where he goes with this. And hopefully he'll freaking finish it. He has a definite issue with finishing things. He admitted it. From Shanur. I don't know where Shanur is today. I assume he must be busy. Messing with non-metal metallics. So working on, so non-metal metallics and all these. Oh, I think it's coming out good. I can actually see a reflectiveness to it. I think it's more gold. If it's going to be more gold, I would go probably a little more yellow. But I really like I like what he's got going here. She looks, and that face looks amazing on this. Also, he's just started, so he may have a long way to go. And of course, being a picture on my screen, it may be completely different than what I'm seeing. I also love the purple, the dusky purple hair with that green. Oh, he made it more pink. That'll look good with that green too. I mean, both colors looked great with that green. I thought the dusky purple was gonna be the color. All right, so this is from Gareth, and this is what he's been working on Wednesday nights after that Radiant 2. He's been putting a huge amount of time into this model. Let's see. All right, so Night was saying, it took me forever to realize that basically when he turned into an abomination, his expanding muscles and skeleton ripped open his skin, exposing muscle sinew in the lower abdomen. Okay, so something you might want to do is I think it needs to be more red. It needs to be more bloody looking. I maybe glaze it with blood for the blood gods. It doesn't... Let me go back to it. It doesn't quite read as innards right now. It's too... it's too... It looks almost more like parchment. I don't know if that makes sense. Or it's not tan. It's very light, but it needs to be more bloody. Unless they're totally desiccated. I don't know if you're shooting for that. But that's what I think. That's what I think it is missing. It needs to be more bloody looking. Because right now it is not reading as blood and guts. But I don't know. Maybe that's not what you're shooting for. Alright, so back to Garrus. So yeah, he's been putting so much work into this model. I believe it's a bloodthirster. I think he's up to 23 streams on this. This is an interesting, very interesting model. The other thing is, I think he needs to maybe blend it a little more into the background. So I might tell him that when I see him. Because this is really, it really is standing out. I feel like it looks almost a little too painted on. I like the color though he's using. It might be a value. Actually, it might be the fact that one is so much greater in value than the other. You got really. Plus, also keep in mind he's still a work in progress, so maybe he's got more plans for this thing. All right, so from Baldy, we have the Ison sisters. Oh, shoot. Yeah, these are all Reaper miniatures, and they're made for. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Baldy, quickly, if you're here, tell us what your sisters were for. What game is it for? But they're all Reaper models. You pick good ones, though. Mordheim. That's right, Mordheim. So this is like a little Mordheim warband. Yeah, I recognize a lot of these models. I believe I've done her. Or I started her. I did her. The only thing I was surprised was that you didn't actually base them all on the same bases. Like cut off the little support. Like for I know this one here with the square base probably was a Warlord mini. So you just cut the thing off because there's a lot of bases and they're made to go in a slot. I'm surprised you didn't put them all on round bases. Make the unit match. The base will be. Oh, okay, so you are gonna match all. Oh, Shanur, you are here. Yeah, I was just saying. I just went by your work in progress. I guess I'll go back to it. All right. Those are coming out good. Oh, yeah, these are coming out really nice. Actually, I love her. I really love her. I love the shield. It was a very sisters feel to that shield. They're all coming out good, though. You might want to darken up this. I assume she's holding a bag. You might want to darken it up just a hair. Because right now it kind of blends in with the flesh tone. You might want to have the hand stand out a little more. You go darker, it'll make it sit more in the background and the hand will come out more. That's alright. We're only here for another, what? Like 15 minutes or so. Alright, so. You're not metal metallic, right? Are you trying to shoot for gold or are you shooting for a different color metal? These are just basic colors of watch like, okay, yeah. Alright, yeah. See, that's the thing. This is a work in progress, so the things I say sometimes will not really matter because it's all going to be changed in the work. Sometimes I like to give advice just, in case anybody will learn from it. You don't have to take my advice at all. That's feedback is always sent with love and only to maybe teach something to someone else, not even you. So, I already all got shout outs, Shanur, but thank you for the shout outs. See, and sometimes it doesn't always work, and I swear to God it's because of the stupid ampersand sometimes fucks it up. So, yeah, Shanur. So, what color was that? Is that supposed to be gold? On all the non-metal metallics there. Yeah, I mean, I like the color. It looks like old gold, actually. Yeah, I'm trying to do some goldish. So, one thing you might want to do. I think I can see some of the reflectivity, especially in the ones over her left boob. Her left titty. I think I go in there with maybe even a darker maybe even more greenish brown, like something super dark, because you want a lot strong contrast for shiny things. Um, but basically, in between the rings and the recesses, you could probably go a little darker. It's for the ones in her neck, and I think you did it. It looks like she does. I don't know if that shadow is because of it's an actual shadow, or if that shadow under her chin is like something you painted in as well. But you want to take that same dark brown and sort of put a shadow there. And then on the rings towards her neck, you definitely want to keep them darker, and then put your highlights down here on the bottom. Go to white. But I can see the reflectivity of it. It's a good start. Also, if I did not say this, but I'm pretty sure I did last week when you were around, that face and the eyes and the teeth and the lips are just absolutely killer on this. Although I was a little sad, you know, being purple. I love purple. I thought this was gonna be her hair color, and then I went to the very next one, and you have it as pink, and I'm like, well, that actually looks good too, and it looks really great with the green. It really looks cool. But I was like, you know me, purple. Yeah, it's working. Hi, Smart Goblin. It does work. The test was successful if you were that you're trying to do. On the hair? Because right now it's like it came out pink. I like it. The pink goes really good with the green. On there. I can't wait to see how this goes. Alright, so Shiny Me Paints dropped by yesterday and put down her latest goblin. This is different. Usually she usually has like almost pastels for like her hair color and such. Oh my god, Painter We Get just rated with 25 people, and I got 15 people, 15 minutes to go. I will go a little later just cause. If that's okay with the ball GM, because that's who we raid into. Raid! Hi, Raid. First of all, Painter We Get, how was your stream? How are you? Are you having a good day? I hope. Welcome in, guys. I'm Muse's Touch. If you haven't been here before, I've been painting for a while. I'm old, and I love painting. And right now we're doing show and tell. So if you have something you want to show and tell and you are not on my Discord, you can post a link right here, and I'll try to get to it. If you are on my Discord, quickly throw it in there. I'll take a quick last look before we go to make sure. Before I say it's the end of show and tell, and I will make sure that I get to your pieces. So Rascal is having a poop. Oh no! All right. Well, take care, Painter We Get. I hope you everything cleans up well. I'm so sorry. Poor boy. So this one's from Shiny Me Paints. And this is all in work in progress, obviously. So, usually Shiny Me Paints goes with like a lot of pastels and bright colors for the hair, and I feel like this is a departure. It's a very rich red. It looks great with the rest of the goblin. I do give feedback. I will warn you, I give feedback, but it's all with love, and you don't have to take a one word of my advice. So, Did you give, by the way, Shanur, did you give Painter We Get a shout out? Look at that. He gave my Discord a shout out, which is great. So feel free to join if you want to join a bunch of painters. She's a wee one. That's a tiny one. Thank you so much, Shanur. You are awesome. I'm so glad you were able to join us at least for a few minutes. She's small. I thought they were bigger than that. So this is Do Cool. He changed his name to Nerdy Tokyo. Maybe he'll be streaming someday. What the hell is this? Wait a minute. I got some work done on this charity. Oh yes, so he got some minis that he's painting up for a charity. I don't remember what charity, but I believe it's for like a charity D&D game, and he's doing the figures of the party. So, oh my lord. That's hilarious. It's a lizard chef. The rolling pin. The rolling pin's amazing. Oh my god. Dookuul's killing it on these. Someone used that? I like that pose, by the way. I don't know if I've ever used it, but I do like that pose. Perfect for on guard. Doing nice colors, too. This must be the kitchen crew, because then we now have another one fighting with a pan. We get a pan and a rolling pin. Now I wonder if that's supposed to be like an apron. It could be an apron. That's cool. I believe that's some sort of tabaxi. He's made really good progress on these. I'm sure the Dragwood Chef, I'm fairly confident I'll stick with landing on. I just gotta do the hat and the towel and clean up some things. Good job. The human rogue, the skin, and musculature remember mystery. Also, it is going to be a pink-purple power sword. Ooh. Yeah, skin is not always easy, especially when dealing with muscles, to blend it and write and such. The Tabaxi Barbarian is very much in the ship phase. We all know about the ugly phase of minis. All our minis have an ugly phase. I try to minimize my ugly phases by painting it in sections. So I'll have at least a decent looking section, except for at the very beginning. But even then, I usually do eyes first, and then that sort of helps having decent looking eyes. Addition made a black cap, but it just wasn't popping, so I was sparing me over washes as much as underpaint. Probably going to have to step back and start over. Oh, bummer. I don't think it's unsalvageable. I think maybe just go back over it with black. He's not here because Japan and time zones. I think what his mistake was, he tried to... I think when you're dealing with black, you want to probably paint the shadows like solid black, maybe even add like a bit of purple into the shadows, like a dark purple. Then paint the rest of it a super dark gray. The purple will help define that. And then do highlights. Don't add any more color. Just do little tiny, fairly white or gray highlights over the whole thing. And I think that's how you can get at least that's how it works for me. If you've got other suggestions and you're on the server, please pop them in there to give them a hand. So Make Right, he said, this came from today. So he's got, there it is. I don't know if the other one of those is Whiz Kids, actually. Or two of them are Whiz Kids. Because Whiz Kids has a ship. But the middle one is the Sophie's Revenge. I know that one. I don't know where the other ones came, but this is something he's been working on. And holy crap, I will be so excited to see this done. Yeah, all hands on deck. Yar! It's awesome. I guess I don't feel bad now that I'm going to have two friggin' large ships. Because I went all in on Port Haven after all, and I did get the ship. Alright, Lotus K with her version of the Muse and Friends challenge. Muse and Friends 4 challenge. We all voted on this mini. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. It sort of looks like the direction I went in but hers is, I definitely see more of an orange-ish color scheme. Mine went more pinks and reds and such. I'm looking at the tree. Her skin's color is more rosy, and mine is more yellow. So there's definitely differences. The flowers look different. Hers, she said, I have a dark center, pink, dark center, pink in the middle, and I have white. And hers are just the dark and pink. It looks great. I cannot wait to see where you go with this. If you're going to do as a diorama. Okay, so Valdi just posted out D&D Pride needs an Irina model. NPC Chris Stride. Oh, yes, of course. This female fighter. That's that is good for Irina, I think. I've played Curse of Strahd. And she's a badass. That definitely is a good badass model. Oh, isn't she cool? And Smart Goblin, in spite of the fact that he has not been able to do a lot of painting, I know that's the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz set. I don't know where you're going with this set. Is he Pinocchio now? Pinocchio, Geppetto. I don't know what the others are. Because of the long nose. It's a good start. I love this figure, by the way. I love the hair. And then, I believe this is Casmania. Everdark Witch. Good start on that, too. Oh, I like it. Good Drow Witch. With the spider theme. Nice Drow skin tone. I like that. I love the hair. I don't usually imagine blonde Drows, but we're yellow where you get the yellow, but I like this very much. Oh, the long nose is getting snipped. Okay. So it's not Pinocchio. What is it for? It's clearly an adventuring party, making it look more like the movie. Wait, what movie is it from? What is it for? What did I miss? No, you didn't put a note message, so I don't know what it's from. Almost done with the third Varco's Bloodborne from Cursed City. I thought he was done with the others until I realized I didn't paint his raised collar behind his head. So now it's in progress, not quite done yet. I love this model. In fact, he had this at Barhammer, and I told him the same thing. One of my more favorite models in of the bad guys in Cursed City is this dude right here. I love the pose. It's so cool. Oh, okay, we're getting the Wizard of Oz. So they are the Wizard of Oz. They have to have nothing to do with the Tin Man. Okay. So he is for the Wizard of Oz. That is such a cool model. And you're doing a nice job on it, too. Oh, base color's done. Wow, this is all baldy just today. And this is very rough work in progress. Wash and drying. He's got. Oh, I love it. It's a great picture of you. Baldy's gonna be going off to a stream. We'll be raiding in there at some point when I'm done here. Oh, there we go, and that's where he's left off. He's gonna be painting the Prince of Persia, though. All right, let's go to finished. And I said the 13th. Okay, so I believe... Wait, what time did you do this? Okay, nope, that was last week. So I think these two were the last ones from Kaz was the last ones that got in there. Okay, so I believe this is the first set. So yeah, you did. These guys are amazing. He almost looks sinister. Oh my god. I love the texture on the hair. You really captured the texture. Actually, the wooden spoons look very wooden. And you get the texture in there well, too. With the grain. Very nice. Love the little... that shot of blue. Everything else kind of is kind of, I almost want to say analogous. That blue really adds a nice pop of color. And they actually make a really nice unit because I can see, you know, you've got that blue there, you get the red. You've sort of used the colors on both. Well done. And we got more gators. The Unicorn Hunter still is probably my favorite thing. These look so good. Oh, I know this one. It's one of the pirates from Brimewind from Reaper. I've painted this guy. You put him on another base. I left him on the base he had. I just sort of threw him up guarding my ship. But nicely done. Okay, so this was Night Whisper's entry into Warhammer that came in second place. Because it is just such an artistically well done piece. I love the fact that the bottom is shiny and wet looking. Very definitely swamp like. This is swamp color, so the OSL is absolutely killer. And Moonlight. I mean, we've got the Moonlight. Of course we've got Moonlight because he's good at Moonlight. Add a little more. You've got a million sources of light on this thing. I don't know if maybe it was too many. It's like you got the light here. These are clearly putting out a little bit of light too. I notice actually now there's a little bit of the reflection from this back here. I was wondering if maybe if it hit any of the... I see a little bit more here too, I think, than I did before. That came out really good. Well worth the prize of that cool trophy. Just that. This is a cool model too. I love the fact she's wearing this humongous skull on her back. Alright, Bacon Gone Fish painted this Grand Chimera for... Alright, so here's the finished Chimera. For Ian Eller's D&D game at Rising Phoenix. Yeah, nice. Nice. This came out really good. There's a lot of great texture in that. That's really cool. Very nice. All right, Baldy. Oh, yeah, Baldy. See ya. We'll be over. I like his colors, too. I like pinks and purples, of course. That thing is horrifying. It'll be awesome to scare all the players at a table. That will get respect. That's really cool. And I can't wait to see him next week. He'll be there. Probably one of the most painted figures I think in existence is Fenari the Paladin. I think that's one of the more popular Reaper ones. And I have this too. I painted too. I love it. Yes, she's judging you. I believe mine is Azure. It's funny because I named her Azura. And the blue hair and the blue thing. Once again, as I say a lot on this thing, another really awesome color scheme from Rathmore. Master color schemes. And he's got a very definitive style too. Does just great looking stuff. More from Shiny Me Paints. I guess it's a skull with a cool... Alright, here, let's see. I'll let the video run. It is a really cool skull. Oh, we can have a demonstration. I assume. Or we're just getting we just got a really good thing of the deck. Linzer! Oh my god, Linzer is somebody who we met at Barhammer. And they were painting some Raven Guard. And they finished what? I just see 3 empty bases. She was doing a really nice job in them. It's nice to see that they got finished. And they are really good. Maybe a little dark on the photo, but hey, they're Raven Guard. They're dark. This is a better picture. The only advice I would even say is that the bird probably needs a little highlighting. But these are really good. Like a dry brush on the bird would be fine. But she did a good job. These came out really nice. So. Alright, so Bob reposted because more customizing and changes swords out making better rapier that was a little more durable and a little less bendy. Delivery is a pin with the pommel being from a Wizkid's pre-printed miniature. This is where Smart Goblin is so good at, is kit bashing. It's amazing. Picture the original and new for comparison. Okay, so this is the bendy one, and this was the original. So you changed it for that. Oh, yeah. I mean, that actually works really well to have this pin. That came out good. Good idea. And fine, you can always, if you find something and you have it posted in finished work, you can repost it later. I'm not going to care. And then you also did a Tanuki Assassin. She's cool. Look, she's looking at the blade. I wonder what that's from. Almost has that Kingdom Death type, chonky lady feel. Thick lady. With 2 C's, 3 C's. Okay, alright, so here's the... Oh, okay, you did fix it up. So yes, that comes now. Alright, so that's what I was saying earlier. I didn't realize you had it finished. So yeah, now the middle section absolutely looks bloody. It does read as guts. That's really cool. Those came out really good. Also like your little flagstones there. The chickens have Etsy for you paint. I wonder who designed it though. That's really. It said it's really that Tanuki is interesting. That's really cool. It said it has some Kingdom Death vibes. I keep forgetting they changed the way this works. So this is from Kaz, female druid from Titan Forge. Titan Forge has all sorts of phenomenal minis on there, and they have a lot of freebie STLs you can download too. So they're at least fun to follow. I snagged an owlbear off there that I'm going to paint up for a certain friend of mine. Hopefully he's not here. But that came out nice. Kaz. I definitely get the thing. You really dig the blue and orange. That blue and orange complementary color schemes. Because I do believe I see them quite a bit on your models. Where mine is the purple and gold. Yours is definitely blue and orange. It's not the first time I know I've seen it. She reminds me of like a badass little Red Riding Hood. With that red the cloak. Or cape. I'm still debating whether or not at some point, if I've got the money to do it, to go out and start, maybe get some license. Maybe see if I can become a vendor of selling 3D printed things. And this is another one. Okay, so it's in the same vein as the one the work in progress is. Oh, she is awesome. That is the more traditional white hair that you usually see on Drow. I like the blonde, though. I really like the blonde. Because I think there's such a heavy dose of purple, so it just matches really nice. Yeah, that came out really nice. These are great because of the whole little spider motifs. Good sculpts. Okay, so here's the finished Virgo's Bloodborne from Curse. There was all done realized in pain one problem. So here's the others. My God, look at the pose. The poses are so good on these. This is why I bought the set, because the miniatures were so damn good. And it's on my list of stuff. I've got a huge list of stuff to paint. I have ideas that I actually want to, like, this year is the year of competition. So I'm going to focus on competition minis for both ReaperCon and Adepticon. Then after Adepticon next year, I want to make the rest of the year like the year of pirates and paint all my pirate minis and put a focus on that. And then maybe I'll do a Year of Undead. And then I'll be able to paint her city. It'll take me 2 years to get there. They came out good. All oil paints too. Alright, now. So we have, actually, I'm going to go to March. Because that was where I was first. So, because it's part of the March challenge, it does count for March too. So here is the first entry completed in the Muse and Friends 4 painting challenge. And this was from Baldy because he got a jump on all of us. His is actually like the full size of the actual STL. A lot of us, when we bought them, they're actually making them smaller. Like mine is smaller. But here she is, and he did just an absolutely wonderful job. I had to sort of change my color scheme because of this. Because I don't know if I was thinking purple flowers, but I was definitely thinking purple hair. And then I ended up going with a lot more pinks and put some purple in my shadows. He also, what I think is cool, is I love the green highlights on it. Nice base too, with a whole bunch of mushrooms. Oh, look, he added mushrooms to her. This came out absolutely lovely. So he was the first to get it done. And where's the challenge? There it is. So we could post in either March or here. Although in some ways I'd probably rather have it in the challenge one. My interpretation is Dryad from Wondrous Minis at a custom Moonlight base, and Goblin from Mantic Games who was hunting who in the pale moonlight. This is an interesting story. It looks friggin' cool. Very different take than anyone else I know. I keep yawning and I'm sorry. It's not that I'm bored. I actually love everybody's minis. Sure, you're like the nicest person here. Yeah, he friggin' killed it with her. This is why I feel like I have to step mine up now. Alright. No 3D printing this week, huh? Yeah, no 3D printing. Come on, guys. Get some 3D printing in there. I mean, I'm to blame, too. I think that's it. What time is it? Holy crap, I have a lot of you here. Do I want to spend... Maybe I'll go to 3. So you can see what I'm doing. Alright, Smart Goblin. Take care. Oh, I gotta actually shut this off. Maybe I'll do... I don't know what I'm gonna do, though. Because I have the painting part of her done. Okay. So I have to think about the base. Actually, I know the first thing I can do is I can paint the base brown. We're going to put grass and stuff on this. If you do that, you want to stick with brown. So any brown will do. Maybe I'll use brown sand. Oh, I put my palette away because I didn't want to. I'm going to just paint the base and then we're going to go raid Baldy. I always like to at least hang around a little bit for new friends who come in. If you like what you see here, kick me a follow so then you know when I'm streaming and you can come back. Oh no, I got paint on my... It's my jeans, but still. Well, maybe I can get it off. I'm not even sure how I did that. Oh, I somehow got paint on... Wow, I got paint on my hand. And then I put my hand down. And I'm not even sure how I did that. And now it's way dry, so... But anyways, yeah, I wanted to make sure I hang out with people. So yeah, if you like what you see, give me a like. And then come back. Lurkers are welcome. So yeah, when you're putting down grass, and ultimately I'm going to put down grass under this. I mean, on top of this. I'm also going to put probably some patches of snow. Basically, I'm calling this Harbinger. She is the Harbinger of spring, and she is going to start waking up plants and things. So I figure I might try to see if I can sculpt some crocuses out of green stuff to put on the base. I'm using my big brush for now. If any of you want to join in our friendly little painting challenge, this is not a competition. It is just a challenge. The links to the actual models are in chat. There they are. One is an STL file from a shop, I believe from the original shop, and that would be the Printed Obsession Patreon. It's part of their welcome pack for like $9. And you get a whole bunch of other cool minis with it to print. Baldy did that, and he actually got a whole bunch of, he has actually printed some of the other minis from it. And then I put this, it's actually sold in other places, but this is the one that people found, and it was Wondrous Minis. The person was wonderful. They actually printed more of these just for us. So if you want, get yourself one of these somehow, some way, and paint it up and share it. Or you don't even have to share it. My challenges are just about getting people to paint minis. This is a fairly beginner-friendly mini too. There's not like tons of fiddly bits and details. It actually hasn't taken me a bazillion years to paint. Because there's not a huge amount of colors you need to put on this. Is something on there? I mean, a lot of the space is going to get covered with grass or snow. All right. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to grab, not that one. Yeah, I'll grab my old one. My old one that's kind of cooked. I have officially started using a new Artist Opus Zero brush, but I can get a little more paint on this. I've yet to figure out when I'm going to paint the rim of this thing either. I don't know yet. What did I do? I think I have two browns in here and I think I used the wrong brown. Smart. Or I used the right brown and one side is just dried darker, which is normal. But just to be sure. Use another coat too, really. All right. Hey, Shanir, it was great of you to drop in. By the way, if you celebrate, Happy Easter. It was nice of you to stop by. I appreciate the company as always. And have a great week. I'll see you next. Oh, I won't see you next week. Her. Because I will be at Rising Phoenix next week. I have to keep reminding myself that's next week. It doesn't feel like I should be having a con again. Because there was, it's funny. Like the end of the year, my last con. Well, now if it works out, I've been talking with Carnage, see if we can work out something so I can come there. The one complicated thing is I kind of asked for crash space because I could not do all these cons unless I'm given crash space. And I definitely appreciate it. But I also work hard for them, so at least I try to work hard for them. But somebody who represented them did offer to either give me a stipend so I can stay with my friends, which would be ideal, or to put me up in a room. And then the guy's like, I'm surprised they did that. I'm like, well, I do 9 cons a year, so it's the only way I can actually do all these cons. And bring the message of mini painting is for everyone to so many places. So at least I'll get a jump because I'm doing this little bonus streaming here. Hmm. I can use this wood color. It's what I used on the. I realize I missed this section of wood. I will, and you have a great week. Shinar, a great couple weeks. I'll see you on the next stream, I hope. God, there's a lot of. Where am I going to go for that? There's a lot of little bits here. Maybe I should have painted the whole thing first, the base first. I mean, that might have been intelligent, but typically, I don't typically paint the bases till last. The only bright side is that the tree wood is brown, so if I accidentally miss and hit the tree, no one will probably notice. Because it's actually pretty close to brown to what I'm doing here. Now, while I am putting in effort into this, it's still, I'm not going full all out display level competition miniature for this one. I'm pretty sure there's going to be spots that are not going to have grass. Or snow. So basically, she's supposed to be bringing forth the first flowers of blossoms of spring. And I guess you could say I'm naming this piece Harbinger. Once again, I'm just sort of going around and adjusting things. This poor brush. Poor old brush. All right. I'm actually glad she's working up quick because I have competition stuff I want to get back to. I said it's weird. It's like I have time. I know I have time because ReaperCon's not till Labor Day weekend. That's all summer and most of the spring. But I know how time flippin' creeps up on you. So actually grab a little bit of my Ruddy Umber, which is what I painted the base of her skin tone with. I'm trying to think of what I saw. I think right here. It looked too straight. The dark looked too straight. I'm gonna go and fix this area because I'm not. I was looking at Lowe's K's and everyone else's, and I'm like, I think mine needs a little bit more love. At least in the chest area. Actually, very happy with the face. I even had a little bit of the pink in her cheeks and such. Okay, let's see. I don't know what I did with all my wood browns. I know I used Nod Bone. You did. Well, I was talking about your piece, your Muse and Friends piece. I was looking at the paint job you did on her neck and chest area, and I'm like, I kind of like yours better than mine. I think I need to actually step mine up a little bit and fix it a little bit. Today's stream was dedicated technically to actually trying to finesse a lot of things. And then next time it'll be dedicated to working on the base. And I'm going to be done with it this week before I go to Rising Phoenix. Something weird. You know, maybe it's something in the print. Hey, Lotus K, when are you next streaming? I guess it's now a real stream, so we guess we can stop the joke. It's kind of sad. I really kind of enjoyed the whole joke. When's your next stream? If you have not, by the way, followed Lotus K, you all really should. She has enough to be affiliate now, so yay! But you know, more is better. Around 6. Alright, 6 to. Oh! Maybe I can pop on. I don't know. I promise I've got stuff I gotta do, unfortunately. I'm going out tonight for. Come to think of it, I probably have to go. I'll probably have to be going at that point. Usually I'm gaming too. What other days are you streaming? Friday, right? If EMA can't be there, I'm going to be there. I'm going to at least try to help out by passing the word on. But you have such a fun stream that actually I kind of want to be there. So, white spot there. Friday. What time on Friday? 6? Or a little later? Your stream is so much fun. I want to be there. In fact, that's the case in a lot of people's streams. I'd love to be able to sit here and just watch streams all day, but I can't. This is a little sucky butt kiss. It's one of Reaper's paints. That's why I did a lot of all the shadowing. Right, are we? Yeah, we're at 3. Okay. 6 as well. All right. I think that's going to be it for today. This music, jeez. I had to switch to Pretzel Rocks because Streamlabs killed their music thing. So I now officially have a Pretzel Rocks official account. I'm actually paying for it now. That's why we don't have to get all the friggin' names of the songs in chat, because I'm paying for it now. All right, let's all go rating to the Ball GM. Please hang out. It's amazing. If you don't follow him, give him a follow. He really is a fun streamer. Where are you? All right, let me quickly do this. If you like this, I'm also back on Mondays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. There will be no D&D streams this week on Murder Hobo Inc., which is a game I play in on YouTube, and usually Sunday nights at 6, but because of Easter, 6 to 8. But Sunday nights, because of Easter, we're not going to be running tomorrow. But I'll be back here on Monday. I will not be here next Saturday because I will be at Rising Phoenix Game Convention. Please, if you are there, drop by. Come and paint a mini at the Paint Take. We'd love to see you. Next paint day is at the Toy Soldier on May 4th. I don't know. Question mark. I think it's the 4th. Anyways, first Sunday. I think that's all the announcements I have for this week. Thank you guys for being here. I always really appreciate the company. It's one of the reason why I do is I like having people to chat with while I work. It's like being at a con. So thank you guys for being here and making this stream as awesome as it can be. And until next time you visit the Painted Hero Tavern, I hope life is good for you and happy painting.